Okay, here's another example of graphing parabolas. And this is f of x equals x squared minus 14x plus 45. So right away we can look at this and see, just by looking at it, first of all, it's shaped like a U because it's positive, not an N. So we know that it opens up. The y-intercept is easy to see. If we put x equals 0, we get just 45. So the y-intercept will be the point 045, or just 45 for the intercept. But that's at the point when x is 0, so it's going to be way up here. Probably won't be able to graph that one. Okay. The x-intercepts we can find by setting this equal to 0. Now, if we notice that this is going to be very easy to factor, so we could just set this equal to 0 rather than do it in vertex form, but I can do it both ways. So let's put it in vertex form first, so that won't be too bad because we don't have anything here in front. So let's put it in vertex form. So we'll just separate this a little bit. So we got f of x equals x squared minus 14x, and I'll move the 45 over here, plus 45. And then I've got x. And what's half of 14? 7. What's 7 squared? 49. So I'll add 49. And I'll subtract 49. And then I'll subtract 49. And now we know this is going to be a binomial squared, so it's going to be, this is my sign, negative. And my x and 7 go in here. And 45 minus 49 is negative 4. Okay. And this is f of x equals this. So this is my vertex form. I didn't have to do any dividing, so that makes it a little bit easier. So I'll do this right this time. So I'll put the vertex form in over here. F of x equals, and that was x minus 7 squared minus 4. And the vertex is going to be at 7, negative 4. And I'll put that right in my graph here. Hope you can see all that. So 7, negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my vertex. It's open up, so I will have zeros, x-intercepts. And I can find those, and there's a couple ways to do that. We can just set the vertex, set this equal to 0, and we can do it right here. And we could say that x minus 7 squared equals 4. Add 4 to both sides. And then we know that x minus 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 4, which is equal to plus or minus 2. So we have, and then we can add, so x equals negative 7 plus or minus 2. So if x equals negative 7 plus 2, oh, I'm sorry, I add 7, pardon me. Excuse me, add 7 to both sides. A little hurry here, excuse me for that. So we add 7 to both sides. So we have 7 plus 2 is 9. And then 7 minus 2. And 7 minus 2 is 5, so x equals 5. So those are our two possibilities. Or those are our two x-intercepts, I should say. Now, we also could have looked at this up here and seen that this is very easy to factor because this is actually equal to, so f of x is equal to x and x. The signs are the same. These signs are the same. They're both negative. And what our two numbers would multiply to give 45 and add it to 14, 9 and 5. So we could have factored it like that. And x equals 9 and x equals 5. So we could have also done it like this. All right? X minus 9, x minus 5. Okay, we could factor this. You can see that, I think, over here. Or I could show it over to you like this. This tells me that these signs are the same. This tells me what they are, negative negative, multiply to give 45, 9, and 5. So x would equal 9 or x would equal 5. So we could get it that way also. Okay? So now we have intercepts, and that would be 9 and 5, so I can put those in on my graph. And like I said, we're not going to get the y-intercept because it's way up here, so I guess we have enough to graph it. So it looks something like this. And again, the intercepts were x equals 5 and 9, or we could say the points 5, 0, and 9, 0. I like to write the points. Okay. Now we can look at it. What's the range? Well, the range is I'm going from, that's my y values. I'm going from -4. I'm going all the way up to infinity. The domain, -infinity to infinity. The axis of symmetry, that's our line that goes right down. That's what the x value is. So this is x, and this is y. And the axis of symmetry is just x equals whatever the x value of the vertex is. So x equals 7. So that's this vertical line. And it does have a minimum value. And that's going to be -4. Or we could say y equals -4. And there you go. So that wasn't too bad. Hopefully that will all make sense.